He does not wash the motorcycle, he polishes it with quiet precision. He insists the difference matters, explaining carefully to anyone willing to listen, while the cloth circles slowly across chrome, already shining without any visible imperfection. The garage smells like oil, rubber, and something older than language itself, a place where time feels paused somewhere around 1971. No one asked him to come here this quiet Saturday morning. Yet he stands alone, because nothing is broken, nothing needs repair, and the machine already functions perfectly fine. It worked yesterday without issue, and it will certainly work again tomorrow, yet he remains beneath one dim bulb, committed to something deeply personal. The world outside stopped caring about machines like this many years ago, but here it still matters, here it still holds meaning and purpose. This is not maintenance or routine care, but something far more significant. To understand this moment, we must revisit a different historical cultural era, a time when factories shaped identity and defined masculine purpose across generations. Post-war society valued hands, tools, and the ability to build things, and fathers rarely spoke emotions, instead communicating through machines and mechanical language. They discussed torque values, compression ratios, timing adjustments, and engine performance, where skill with tools represented control over something real, solid, and undeniably true. Machines resisted, responded, and either worked correctly or completely failed without ambiguity. There were no mixed signals, no hidden meanings, no uncertainty. A carburetor never lied, a crankshaft never carried politics or emotional confusion, and compared to people, machines remained honest, direct, and completely understandable. Young boys raised within this culture absorbed powerful lessons without spoken explanation. They learned competence itself was a form of love expressed through shared effort, that fixing something broken meant more than repair, it meant recognition and quiet approval. When fathers handed tools, they were offering trust, not distance, and figure it out meant learn, grow, and prove yourself capable in reality. It was a silent language passed between generations without needing words. By the late 1960s, motorcycles gained deeper meaning beyond mechanical function. They became symbols, attitudes, and personal statements about freedom and independence, especially among youth questioning authority during a time shaped by war, loss, and political confusion. Many felt disconnected from their country, and motorcycles became vehicles of escape from systems that felt distant and imposed. Movement itself became a statement, rejecting control while embracing personal direction. Yet this romantic image misses something essential. Most riders were not rebels or radicals, but ordinary working and middle-class young men seeking something deeply personal, something that belonged entirely to them. The motorcycle offered complete understanding, something they could fully control and shape, an object open to modification and expression. In uncertain times, the machine represented personal authority, where power was measured not socially, but mechanically. Then the 1980s brought a quiet but profound shift. Factories disappeared, taking with them the foundation of identity for many men. Towns lost purpose, blue-collar roles faded, and in their place came offices, service work, and cubicles where output no longer lasted. Work stopped producing objects and instead created processes that vanished at the end of each day. This change was not only economic but deeply psychological. Men who once built tangible things now saw their contributions become invisible. Where a weld or a machine once proved skill through physical existence, work now revolved around paperwork and systems without lasting results. Identity tied to creation began to fade, yet the vintage motorcycle remained, carrying something the changing world had quietly discarded. Humans form deep bonds with objects that hold personal history, and these machines preserved memories, transitions, and earlier versions of self. The motorcycle became more than a hobby. It became a preserved identity, representing youth, capability, and a time when everything still felt possible. It held the version of self that understood and fixed real problems, and polishing chrome became preservation, not of the machine, but of identity itself, These machines also demand knowledge that modern technology has largely erased. Built before computers and sealed systems, they require direct understanding, hands-on skill, and experience that cannot be downloaded or quickly learned. This knowledge is earned slowly through mistakes, patience, and repetition, where failures become lessons and each repair deepens connection. Over time, this creates an identity rooted in specialized knowledge, a sense of self built around understanding something others no longer do. Decades of mastery shape a lasting identity, Verführen, and those who hold it become among the few who still comprehend a fading mechanical world. This is not arrogance, but adaptation to a world that no longer values their skills. In response, communities form where knowledge still matters, where understanding machines becomes currency, respect, and connection. Conversations in this world quickly move to technical detail, carburetors, frames, oil types, and performance nuances, not as casual talk, but as validation of real expertise. Detail firms that now outsiders often misunderstand this, calling it stubbornness or resistance, especially when modern motorcycles offer greater speed, safety, and convenience. Vintage riders understand this, yet still choose older machines deliberately. Accepting modern bikes would mean admitting their lifelong skills are no longer needed, acknowledging that the world they mastered has changed without them. The vintage motorcycle becomes a protected space where their knowledge still applies, preserving meaning and personal relevance. This is why restoration matters as much as riding. Many spend countless hours repairing rather than riding, which appears inefficient to outsiders. But the goal is not transportation, it is engagement with the process itself. Diagnosing problems and restoring function creates meaning beyond the mechanical result, and the moment something broken works again carries deep psychological weight. Older motorcycles also offer sensory experiences modern engineering has removed. They are louder, rougher, and demand constant attention, requiring riders to feel vibrations, hear changes, and stay fully engaged. Creates intense focus, a state of complete presence where worries disappear and attention narrows to the machine and the road ahead. This experience is often dismissed as nostalgia, but nostalgia is passive, while this is active resistance and deliberate preservation. He never accepted leaving the past behind. Instead, he chose to carry it forward.